Good morning. Today I'm answering the question, how did I cope in the days after I learned of the diagnosis? So I'll tell you, immediately when I learned the diagnosis, I ran to God. I remember saying to the doctor, I'll take this to God in prayer. And she must have thought I was crazy because everything she said, I said, I'll take this to God in prayer, right? And that day I remember praying so hard, because I didn't know what was ahead of me. Imagine having, giving birth to your child and they tell you look for 10 fingers and 10 toes. And you see that all are there and the child is responding, and then only a few months later to get any type of diagnosis. That, of course, can be challenging. So I prayed, but I also started reading. I went back and forth between Google and WebMD. WebMD, Google. I tried to learn all that I could, but the doctor had told me that I needed to see the geneticist, and I made sure I scheduled that appointment right away. By the time we had gotten to the geneticist, there's so much information that I already learned, right? The geneticist really helped to make sure that what I learned, I fully understood. So I don't think that I reacted to the news outside of getting educated, right? I don't know if I had any emotions at that time. And looking back now, I think, some my emotions pop up in later years or later times. But that time it was just getting into action, making sure she goes to the doctor's appointments, making sure I understood what was going on so that I could make the right decisions for her. So that was it. Um, and I am just thinking back. All I had was my faith, I remember calling a few pastors, chatting with a few pastors. I remember getting prayer. I remember one day Pastor Paul Graham and his team prayed over her. And I wasn't asking for prayer or asking God to make her tall. That was not the prayer. But it's just, taking her through and taking us through that moment, because I didn't know what to overall expect. As I was reading, I started seeing a lot of crazy things. I started seeing information about limb lengthening, and I'm like, God, no, 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 no. We would never go in that direction. Um, so yeah, I think the emotions were there, but not attended to. I think more I just got into action on getting all the information that I could, going to the doctor's appointment, and just making sure that I kept myself stable enough. The other thing too is I think when I first learned, I wanted my mother so much. I just wanted my mother. And I remember the day I called and I told her. And my mother is older, and my mother just couldn't understand what I was saying. Yes, I remember telling my mother and telling my sister. And then I went kind of radio silent on that for quite a while before I shared anything else, because my focus was on all the medical appointments, making sure she received all the medical attention that she needed. Good question. Thank you.